Hi love, welcome back. In today's class we are making granny squares. We are going to be using the squares for a tutorial in our upcoming video. If you are new to the channel, my name is Miss Ai and you're welcome. Let's get right into class. I'm going to be using 4 colors of yarn. So this is my first one. To begin with, you are going to make a slip knot and chain 4. You can also make a magic ring, whichever way works for you. So chain 4. In the very first stitch, you are going to make a slip stitch to close off. So you should be having a very small round circle. So you are going to chain 2, count as your first double crochet. In that very small tiny hole, you are going to make a double crochet. You are going to chain 2, place 2 more double crochet into that very small tiny circle. There you go. You are going to chain 2 again and place 2 double crochets in that small circle. You are going to chain 2 again and place your last 2 double crochet in the circle. You are going to chain 2, so now you have 4 double crochets with a chain 2 in between. So you are going to chain 2, and on top of your first chain 2 space, you are going to make a slip stitch. Chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. So that is row 1. Now row 2, you are going to make a slip knot with your second color, and we are going to be attaching it into the chain 2 space of any of the corners. After attaching your yarn, you are going to chain 2. Again, chain 2, count as your first double crochet. Row 2 is a corner row, so you are going to place 1 more double crochet in the same space, chain 2 and place 2 double crochets in the same space. So that is your first corner. You are going to chain 2. Inside the next chain 2 space, you are going to create another corner. 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside the chain 2 space. You are going to chain 2 again and create your third corner, and that's 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. You are going to chain 2 and place your last corner, that's 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Now you are going to chain 2 and you are going to slip stitch on top of your chain 2 space, and that is the end of row 2. You are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn, and we move to row 3. So row 3, you make a slip knot again and connect to any side of your work, and you are going to chain 2. Chain 2, count as your first double crochet. You are going to place a double crochet in the same stitch. Because this is not a corner, you are going to go ahead and chain 2, and it brings us to the corner space. So the corner space, you are going to repeat a corner, so make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all in the same space. So henceforth, when you see a corner, make a corner or place corner stitch there. So you're going to chain 2. Inside the next chain 2 space, which is not a corner, you are only going to place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. You are going to chain 2. It brings us to a corner, so you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. You are going to chain 2, and inside the chain 2 space you are going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2 again and in the third corner you are going to place your 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all in the same stitch. You are going to chain 2 and place your 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. And now your final corner, chain 2, and inside the corner space you are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. Now you are going to chain 2 and slip stitch on top of the chain 2 space. And now you are going to chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn. And now let's move to row 4. Row 4, you are going to make a slip knot and attach it again at any side of your work, and you are going to chain 2. You are going to place a double crochet in the same stitch. You are going to chain 2 and place 2 double crochets in your next chain 2 space. Mind you, this is not a corner space, so we are only going to be placing 2 double crochets. Now you are going to chain 2. It brings us to the corner space, so we are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets, all inside the same stitch. You are going to chain 2, and inside the next stitch you are going to place 2 double crochets. You are going to chain 2, place 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. And now to our corner, you are going to place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 double crochets. So you are going to keep repeating this until the end of the row. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, my love, my darling, my baby, please do. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, my love, thank you, darling, thank you, sweetheart, for always coming to class. We appreciate your support. So you're going to keep repeating this, and at the end of the row you're going to slip stitch inside the chain 2 space. You're going to chain 2 and slip stitch. And now you are going to chain 1 or 2, cut and fasten your yarn. And we are going to sew in or cut all loose ends, and we are done with our square. So we'll be using this square in our next video to make trousers. So don't forget to come to class, and don't forget to watch until the end, so you'll be able to make that beautiful pants we're about to do. So cut off all loose ends and make sure you are cutting it well so your work will not unravel. So this is our square. Until we meet next week in class, my love, my darling, my baby, I made about 60 squares for the trousers, but you can make more squares. And yeah, let's meet in class and continue working. Stay safe, stay hydrated. My square is 3.5, and